On mute. That's a word of the year, right? You're on mute. I've heard that that is one of those things that is a very 2020 thing. So we are now in 2021 and we are off of mute. And good afternoon. You have found our family live stream service. We do this service once a month with a variety of technical difficulties so far, but we are bound and determined that we are going to figure this out. So you have joined us on January 3rd, 2021. I might have already said that. So let's see. Let's see what we are doing today. Oh, there are some special visitors sitting next to me. They look like this. You see that? And there's another one. There's one. There's another one. And here's a third. They look very serious, and they're carrying stuff. Who are you guys? Who are you? What's that? You're Melchior, Balthazar, and Casper? Okay, those are really, really weird names. Really weird names. And you've been what? You've been traveling. These guys say they have been traveling for like 2 years by camel. Oh, I see you have your trusty camel here. It's their trusty camel. I don't know. What's the good side of the camel? Maybe that side. All right. So they've been traveling by camel. Oh, they say there's actually a song that helps explain. Huh. Do you guys might know that song, you think? We're going to do it a cappella. Here's the benefit of leading family worship alone. It is not my favorite, but here is the benefit of doing that. The benefit is it doesn't matter what key you sing in because no one is here singing with me. So hopefully you can sing along at home. But you might have guessed the song. How many kings did I have? Wait, there's 1, 2, I don't know. These porcelain ones are hard to hold. 2, 3. So the song is We Three Kings. All right, so here we go. Here's the song, a cappella, in who knows what key. We three kings of Orient are bearing gifts. We traverse afar, field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. You might know that song. My favorite version of that song, Bare Naked Ladies. You should check it out with Sarah McLachlan if you have never heard it. And speaking of stars, we did just have the great conjunction of Saturn and Neptune. So I guess that could be bright enough to follow. But I don't think you were following a star in 2020 or 2021. I think you guys, I think you've been following a star more than 2 years because you look like you've been snowed on and frozen in time. I'm pretty sure what you were looking for was from 2,000 years ago. I mean, what kind of gifts are these anyway? They're kind of weird gifts. They look like this. And they're kind of weird. What is that? They're gold, frankincense, and myrrh? Those are not the gifts that we give babies now. I have to tell you, those are not the gifts that we give babies now. But what's that? You say there is a gift for us. Oh, I found this gift. I really like this gift. This is the crown. Now, this crown does not seem to fit my head the way that it fits Pastor Jamie's head, but I'm going to wear it anyway because I really like it. I think we might add this to our worship services, the crown. But there seems to be this mysterious envelope that was left for us. And it has something in it. It feels like it has something to do with the star. It has something to do with the, wait, there's like There's a whole bunch of stars in this envelope. I'm going to show you. See? Maybe you can't see. Maybe you can see. There we go. A whole bunch of stars in this envelope. I think I'm going to pick one. All right, my star. Let's see what I picked. My star says delight. What does that mean? What am I supposed to do with this star? Well, actually, Pastor Jamie left us a few instructions. And it says, this is what it says, on Sunday, January 3rd, we celebrate Epiphany in worship. And we remember the Magi or the kings who traveled to meet the child. And after a long journey in 2020, I don't know about you, but 2020 seems like the longest year ever. We find ourselves hopeful for a new year. And so, just like the Magi, we have stars available for us to focus on. And we're inviting you, First Parish Yarmouth is inviting you to come and get a star or to ask for a star word if you are watching right now. And who knows who's watching, because this has just told me about 6 times that there is an issue for those of you who are watching. Let's see if anybody's out there. We'll ask. This is a magic of this computer program. Is anyone watching this? You're watching, tell me. And you know what? I could pick a star word for you right now and tell you what it is. But you know what you're supposed to do? So the Magi, they followed a star for 2 years. 2 years. Now, we're not going to ask you to follow your star for 2 years, but we're going to ask you to focus on the word on your star for the next year and to see what that might bring into your life. So I see that Rusty Angles and Sheila are watching us. And so Rusty and Sheila, I'm going to pick you stars. So let's go. Let's see. Rusty, here's your star. Your star is awareness. All right, so let's see. I'm going to let you know that. And Sheila, let's see. I'm going to pick a star for you. Your star is balance. Your star is balance. So, Sheila, I'm going to let you know that that's your star. And so, what we're going to do, what Sheila and Rusty and I are going to do over the next word is to think about our stars. Oh, and Leslie wants one too. So, I'm going to get Leslie a star. All right, Leslie, here we go. Leslie's star. Leslie, your star is guidance. Guidance. All right, so Leslie's star is guidance. All right, so we have, I got delight, and we have awareness for Rusty, and we have balance for Sheila, and we're going to pick one for Stephen, and we have guidance for Leslie. All right, Stephen, let's see what we get for you. We're going to go into the envelope. Grace. Stephen got grace. All right, so let's see. So these collections of words, we have grace and guidance and balance. Our strings are in the way. And delight and awareness. And now your challenge is to take your word and to put it somewhere. I'm going to put mine right on the door of my office. And if you're not local with us and I gave you your word, I encourage you to find a way to put your word on something that you'll look at. And if you are local, I am going to put your name on your word and put it in an envelope in our free little library. But the trick of this is to meditate on this word as often as you can. You look it up, contemplate it, and think about how God might be speaking to you, guiding you through your word, guiding you with the star. I watched an interesting thing this morning. Our friend, Reverend Nina Pooley at St. Bart's, is moving on to another congregation in Massachusetts. And Pal, who's at St. Bart's, who does their children's ministry, reminded us that sometimes stars look like people. So I want you to remember that stars come to us in many different ways. Sometimes they're people. Sometimes it's something we see when we're out and about. Sometimes it's thoughts we have after we think about and ponder something like our word, like my word, which is delight. I got kind of lucky, I think, on my word. So yeah. And it's all about Epiphany, right? So when the wise men came, in case you haven't seen our wise men who look frozen in time from snow or porcelain or whatever, when the wise men came, they are the ones who came on camels from far away, who let us know and confirmed the identity of Jesus, that Jesus was here to be the Savior, Emmanuel, God with us, that he would teach us God's ways in a physical incarnation, just like us. Beloved. He was a beloved child of God, and we too are beloved children of God. So I have prattled on too long for a family live stream service, and we've had too little music, but we're going to sing one more song. We're going to sing some words to the first Noel. And you know what? I might even look it up in the hymnal. I'm still here. I didn't disappear all the way. Let's see. Do you guys like the first Noel? Let's see. It must be under first. It must be under the first Noel, 139. So there's some verses deep into the first Noel that tell us about the kings. All right, so here we go. We're going to sing the first verse of the first Noel, and then we're going to look at the third verse, which reminds us of the kings. And because we're alone, we can sing in any key we want. So, the first Noel, the angel did say, you should sing along, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Okay, you know this part for sure. Noel, 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 Noel. Born is the King of Israel. All right, here's the third verse that you might not know. I'm going to hope I get it right in the time. And by the light of that same star, 3 wise men came from country far to seek for a king was their intent, and to follow the star wherever it went. To follow the star wherever it went. And we have a couple of stars that are going to St. Louis, Missouri. Yes, Sheila, we will send your stars to St. Louis. If you want us to send a star somewhere to you, just let us know where you want it sent. And before we finish, I'm just going to say a quick prayer. So, God, will you pray with me? Dear God, we give thanks for the star. We give thanks for the hope that is born in Jesus. Help us to keep you front and center, even during these tumultuous times. We ask that you bless these stars and these words, that you imprint them upon us, and that our meditations might open our spirits to not only see you more clearly, but to share what we see and what we know about the goodness of your with all whom we encounter. In your holy name, amen. So, to end, we are going to sing This Little Light of Mine, except we're going to sing This Little Star of Mine. Although we didn't pick a star for Wendy yet, so I think we better pick a star for Wendy. So hold on a second. I don't want Wendy to feel left out. Here we go. All right, Wendy, your star. I don't think you have a problem with this, but here it is. Your star is focus. All right, so I'm going to let you know that. Your star is focus. We'll see where that takes us. All right, but we're going to sing This Little Light of Mine, and we're going to sing, instead of This Little Light of Mine, we're going to sing This Little Star of Mine. So here we go. This little star of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little star of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little star of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All right, we have one last star. This one's for Joel. Joel, yours is cheerful. So I encourage you, take your star word, start the new year with a spiritual practice. Open yourself to God and share the good news of God's love and God's hope and possibility with the world. Happy New Year.